Everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Personal Mastery Training. This is a strategy episode. And what that is, if it's your first time listening, I do two styles of podcasts. One is a strategy episode, which you'll hear today. The other is a masterclass. So let me quickly tell you about it. The strategy is all about an idea. I want to spark a thought in your mind. And remember, I don't own ideas and concepts. I just deliver them to you with my wish is that you take it away, you journal on it, and you chop it up yourself to find the meaning, the purpose, the passion in that idea. I just believe that we shouldn't get through life. We should get from life. I believe we shouldn't get through a challenge. We should get from a challenge. Because if you're just getting through life, if you're just getting through a challenge, you will repeat it. Trust me on that. And you know that by now, that whatever you resist, you'll meet it up again and you won't be ready for it. But if you get from it, trust me, you're going to meet it again and you're going to get through it. And you get through it and you're being victorious. So we must be able to master that. And this is what this is all about. How do you master external challenges? You won't master it. You have to master it by becoming stronger yourself. For things to change, you must change. For things to be better, you must be better. So it's all about mastery of that 3-pound mass between our ears, which we didn't get the instruction manuals to. So we must go through it every day. And neither did our parents. If your parents did no work on themselves to hand this down to us, and it's not on them. It's not their fault. They grew up with their circumstances. It's up to us now to take the baton and make it better. Make it better and take it towards the next gen. Hand it down even better than when you found it. So that's what it's all about, mastering the 3-pound mass between our ears. And the second part is the masterclass. The masterclass is all about inviting guests on who are in the arena, in their specific arena, falling 7, getting up 8, working away. These aren't people who are theorizing that I invite on here. I invite people I see who are in the game, getting bruised, battered, and getting up again and again and again. Because here's what I know. Success leaves clues. And so they may be authors, they may be athletes, they may be past athletes, someone who has done something. I want the doers. And that's what we pick that apart. And that's what I invite you to do. So today, strategy episode. Here's what we're going to talk about. No risk, no reward. Maybe you've heard that before. I'm not going to say we've all heard that, but we've all seen it in a quote somewhere, something like it. And this came to me from working with a client I just recently had who was having some challenges on an emotional and relationship level. He's been hurt before, and he's done the hurting too. But he's been hurt before, and now he's met someone who he's wanted to take a chance with, but having some resistance. And this could happen in anywhere. This could happen in maybe you had a business loss. Maybe you had a loss in sports. Maybe you've had something that created a roadblock for you, an internal roadblock, a limited belief, a fear that now blocks you from moving on and moving to that next level. And now you've put up some kind of resistance when the opportunity comes again. Maybe it's to open up your own business. Maybe it's to meet that new person. Maybe it's to step forward into your next level of growth, whatever it is. But you're going to meet this thing and you're going to have resistance. Or if you say yes, you meet up on imposter syndrome and you start to back away. But I want you to realize without any risk, there's no reward that comes. And the bigger the risk sometimes, there's a even bigger reward behind it. Because we don't remember the wins in our lives very much. We don't remember the passes that we got in school, the right things we did. Here's what that sticks in our minds. The challenges, the things we didn't do right, they stick in our minds longer because there's a lesson behind it. That's how humans are. We evolve and we learn and we grow. But if there's no reason to grow, we don't remember it. It doesn't stick in our minds. So challenges are there to enable us to grow through them, to get from them. So when we face them again, and we will, Hey, how many of you have seen that person who keeps getting that same relationship over and over again? Even though it didn't work, they keep doing it over because what they recognize and they move towards it. And it's a lesson they need to evolve through. They need to get through that lesson because that roadblock, when you overcome it, it will be the foundation of your new strength that you stand on. When you pass through that test, it's now becomes your strength and you take it forward into the next one and the next one. And life is this continuing evolution of new challenges, stresses that we have to get through and learn from. You know, my bodybuilding clients, they'll tell you when they stress their muscles, they grow. That's how we grow. We grow through facing challenges, through challenging our muscles, challenging our mind, challenging. That's why people, when they go through these tests, these physical tests, they come out stronger because they persevere and go through it. And I brought back a metaphor with my client. I started to tell him about this idea of a two-way street. So you have this one-lane highway, two-lane highway, one going one way, one going the other, east and west. And we have to realize that the only thing that separates us and the other driver is this idea of trust. We completely trust that they're going to stay on that other side. However, listen, think about it. What separates you? What separates you is a single yellow line. Nothing physical. What stops them from going over? Nothing. But we trust that they won't. We have this sense of inherent trust that they're going to follow the rules. And what if they do go over? Do you have to get back out and drive again and you survive it? Do you have to get back out and drive again? Yeah, you have to build up trust again to get down there, or else you'll never go anywhere. Just think about that. Take that metaphor and put it in life. If you've been hurt before and you don't trust, you will never go down that road again. And you will never get to a new destination. You'll just stay stuck in that same place, never wanting to take that chance again and trust. Will it be easy? Hell no. Come on. You've seen people who have PTSD after being in an accident. They're afraid to get on that road again. The first time any of us has been in a major accident, we have written your car off. You're kind of apprehensive about getting back out on that road again because you don't know if that person's going to do it. So now you don't have that trust anymore. But you keep driving and eventually you habituate and it kind of goes away because you kept facing that fear, and now you've gotten trust again. And luckily for most of us, it doesn't happen multiple times. We get better at it. We keep our eyes open this time. We don't do these things we used to do. We're a bit more on guard, aware, but we still take the trust and we drive down that road. You feel me? See where I'm going? Because the biggest risk that you take, say for instance, you want to go up in your sport, you want to level up, we have to take a risk. That means hiring somebody new, trying a new diet, trying a new coach, doing something different than you've always done. If you keep doing the same thing, how are you going to get a different result? So you have to take a risk. If you want to go out on a new profession, you feel stuck in your job, you're not doing the right thing, that's a risk you're going to take. But if you bet on yourself, if you go back and listen to my other episode, and you bet on yourself, the risk will be less. And you can surely, if you've all the tools you need to do this thing, you're going to be okay. If you have the internal characteristics, the 8 characteristics I listed last time, positive mental attitude, work ethic, discipline, if you have all those things, take the risk because you can bet on yourself. But if you don't, or not willing to get those disciplines, don't. Stay safe. Now, without risk, think about it for a second. What is it? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? What's your roadblock? What's the risk you're not willing to take right now to get what you want most in life? And think about it. Is it too big to take for you? Or are you willing to learn, bring in people that you need to help support you, bring in resources, guides, mentors, the tools, the books, the course? What do you need to minimize the risk? There's always going to be a risk. You might be wrong. But, man, you might be right too. and you live your life with no regrets. So, no risk, no reward. Where are you getting blocked? What do you need to do? Who do you need to bring in? What do you need to change? We get in a comfort zone. And that is the kryptonite for someone who wants to achieve things, is a comfort zone, because you become blinded. So what do you need to shake up? What do you need to do to get to that next level? Give it some thought. Take out your journal. Write down, where do you need to go to next? What do you want most from your life to make you feel passionate, to make you feel alive? What do you want most right now? It'll change, but what do you want most right now? What do you think is the next step? Now think about what the internal roadblock is, because that's all it is. It's not a matter of lack of resources, being resourceful enough to get what you want. Now, what risk do you have to take? Do you believe? And how can you mitigate it? And then how can you move forward? Take that first step. All right, give it some thought. That's what I want to share with you. Where there's no risk, there's no reward. And is it worth the risk, by the way? Is what you want worth the risk? Give that some thought too. All right, go journal on that. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Give me some feedback. This is for you. It's triggered my thoughts as I'm helping my clients, and I want to share right from the lab right to you. So there you go. All right, everybody. If you know someone who's not taking a risk to get a reward, if you know someone who needs to hear this information, join our community and grow people who believe in mastering themselves every single day so they can get to that finish line of life and go, man, I have no regrets. I lived it the way I want to live it. Share this information with them. Like it, subscribe, share it, give me some feedback. I'll make it better for you. I'm going to make it better for myself. So, all right. Until next time. You know why I do this? Because I want me, to be relentless about our pursuit for what brings us joy. I call it greatness, and I also call it personal mastery. All right. Until next time. Peace.